Well, singer and songwriter Masandi Mfusi has made a transition into worship and inspirational music. The Durban-raised artist has recently released his latest EP titled Kaleidoscope, and this body of work is exploration of his spirituality, an avenue he may not have always embraced in his music as a recording artist. And to reflect more on his Kaleidoscope journey, Masandi joins me now in studio. Baba, very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me today.
Good to have you on the show this morning. Just take us through your musical journey, how it all started for you and what was happening at the time and what really inspired you to, pursue gospel music.
Yeah. So I started singing at a very young age, probably at the age of like 7. Just at church. I come from a church background where my mother's actually a pastor. So just growing up, I was always in this position of being in church and performing in church.
Right.
And the passion grew as I grew older, and I got into high school and I started playing trumpets and all these instruments.
Yeah.
And by the time I was in varsity, I was very clear about what I wanted to do with my life, and I wanted to pursue music and be in the artistry of acting and singing.
Sure.
So yeah, that continued. I did so many things, and I got to a point where people were noticing what I was doing, and I was growing, and and here I am today. And I think for me, I started off as an R&B artist, R&B hip-hop artist, to a point where I was like signed to Cash Time and all these other labels, and I was pursuing that type of music. But then it got to a point where I was like, okay, cool. I was trying to fulfill my purpose, pretty much that's how I got here.
Masandi, being an artist is one thing, and being a gospel music is a totally different matter. So what pushed you to pursue gospel music on a professional level?
I think for me, it was just more about fulfilling purpose. I felt like there was a void, many years ago, I was involved in quite a major car accident where I was stuck in hospital for like 3 months. I couldn't move, I fractured my cervical vertebra. Sure. And, I felt like I had these interventions with God, and it was almost like I needed to fulfill certain things in my life, and I needed to, just always have a message of substance and also just move people's lives and make a difference, So I felt like, I don't always like calling it gospel. I actually like, try to make it more of music that is inspirational and that people can gravitate, because I don't like closing people out, people that don't listen to gospel. I'd love them to listen to this music, you know. But if you were to categorize it, yes, definitely it's gospel.
It is gospel, yeah.
But for me, it's all about just putting out a good message that is positive and that really carries substance more than anything.
Yeah. There's this perception that gospel music is rigid. It leaves little room to explore and to add a bit of flavor into it, because so many people think that gospel music has to be one particular genre. And if you add R&B gospel or R&B hip-hop, then it becomes, a bone in contention for some people. So how do you navigate that?
I don't believe in that, brother. I believe that I can express myself the way I want to.
Yes.
And it's all about the message for me. I can sing about anything. I could sing about love and girls and all that stuff. But what difference does it make to the next person? What impact does it make? And I don't think I should be limited in terms of the kind of beat that I use and the kind of style that I sing in. I think as long as the music is good and the message is good, I think I've done my work. You know what I mean? So I don't believe that it must be, as you're saying, rigid and stuff. I think we should have the freedom to explore, as musicians, because I am a painter, but with my voice and my lyrical ability. So I should have that freedom to just explore whatever, melodies or styles that I want to do.
So who is your sound created for? Who is it aimed at? Who's your target?
It's created for the people that need hope.
Okay.
I feel like everybody needs hope. It's created for people that just need a bit of inspiration and motivation.
Indeed.
And I feel like we all do, and it's uplifting music. If I hope one day you get a chance to listen to the EP. It's quite something. It's quite a body of work, and I think most people can gravitate to the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's now talk about Kaleidoscope. What inspired that body of work?
Kaleidoscope well, the word kaleidoscope, by the way, is basically just an instrument of light. You know, I believe that I am an instrument of light, and I believe that the body of work that I've created is bringing light in some kind of way. You know, and you know, I was just in a place where I was just naturally gravitating to writing like that, and it was never anything that was forced or imposed upon me. You know, it was just the way I was feeling at the time, the way I was like, because the first song I actually did off the EP was Itemba, and it just naturally came. That was the first song I actually just broke down and in tears, just writing,
Wow.
and I actually didn't write it. I actually just sang it, and from that,
Was it a reflection of your personal experience?
it was just everything, just my life, what I've been through, the challenges that I've been through.
Yeah.
Because I've had quite a difficult career in terms of breaking it into industry, you know. And sometimes people don't understand how depressing that can get sometimes, and it can get you in states where you're like, oh my gosh, what is happening?
I can
I have
imagine.
a talent, I have, you know, a skill, and why aren't things moving the way I think they should be moving?
Got you.
Why am I not getting any opportunities? You know what I mean? Like, what is it that is missing? And you start questioning your abilities and your position, you know? But you know,
That's when so many artists fall along the cracks and then decide to give up.
you know what I mean? So for me, luckily, my anchor was always God, you know, just prayer and just always just trying to believe it's okay, cool. What I have is something special, and you know, as much as not happening at the time that I had envisioned for my life, but I just need to continue and be persistent and have the patience.
And apart from Itemba, there's also Mbongawena, which you know, which sets the tone, the contemporary leap, you know, the album takes. Take us through that.
Yes. So Mbongawena was basically the last song that I did, and it was just also like another song, part of the Kaleidoscope EP, and it was just basically me being in a place of gratitude and just wanting to say thank you, because this year alone has brought so many blessings. You know, I've been on productions, you know, I'm on Uzalo, and there's another show called The Black Door at the same time, and that's never happened before, like, well, as far as I know.
And in addition to that, you've been nominated for 2 Gospel Awards at the 2022 Crown Gospel Music Awards. Speak to this. Speak to us about this and the kind of work that you do for the industry.
Yo, that's brought me so much joy and also just appreciation to know that people actually noticing the work that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's for Best Music Video and also for Best Newcomer. And yeah, man, it's been such an amazing journey. And you know, thank you so much to Crown Gospel Awards for nominating me for those awards, and hopefully we can take them home, we can bring them home.
Yeah, definitely. Just take us through your plans and what you have up your sleeve, I mean, to pursue your career even further and get more people to listen to the message.
For me, my brother, it's always just to represent my maker as best as I can. You know, it's everywhere that I go, in every situation that I'm in. I want to go international, and I want to represent my country. I want to represent where I come from, Mlazi, you know, Etegwini. I want to represent them as best as I can, and just Pagamise the flag, just always raise the flag as high as I can, you know. And
you got what it takes,
I believe I have the things that need to be done.
Right. So how do your fans follow you?
They can follow me on @Masandi World. That's on Instagram and Twitter. And then they can follow me on Masandi on Facebook.
Okay.
Yes.
Masandi, all the best, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome.
And keep on keeping on. Well, there you have it. That's Masandi, and he's been reflecting on his recent transition into worship and inspirational music genre through his new EP titled Kaleidoscope.